Hello and welcome to this art activity provided by Arts for All Nevada. Today we're going to do a picture of a ship on the ocean, and we're going to use the idea of an Impressionist style. So it's just like a quick glimpse of the ship on the ocean. There's not a lot of detail, it's just showing you sort of main colours and some movement of the boat. So depending on what colours you want to use, I've either gone one that's just blues, whites and blacks, or in this one I've taken a little bit more green in my ocean, or you may want to look at the one by Monet, which is the sunset, so maybe that's something else you want to add. The materials you'll need some white paper, tempera paint. I've got my white, my black, blue, and I'm using yellow to mix up my green. A piece of cardboard about 2 inches across, and however long you need it to be able to hold it comfortably. A sponge, which I have bought from the store, but you will be able to make one, which I will show you. We're not going to use any water and we're not going to use any paintbrushes to this. We're going to have quite a free-forming piece today. So before we get started, let me show you how you can make a sponge if you don't already have one, so that you can stamp with. So all I've used is a spice container, some paper towel which I've folded up into a smaller piece, and I'm going to wrap it round as tight as I can and just use some masking tape to hold it in place. You might need to ask someone to help you do this. It's a little bit fiddly, but it doesn't need to be perfect, so just wrap it round as tight as you can. Push it together so it looks a little bit like a circle shape, and then tear that off, and that will work for your stamp, which we're going to use it for the sky. So what we're going to start, this is going to be quite messy, it's going to be quite a lot of paint, so do it on a cover or something that you can clean up easily. We are going to put the blue in there. There's a lot of paint on it, so maybe rub some to the side, or maybe use some extra paper towel and just take some off. And all you're going to do is about halfway stamp the blue, and see, the more you do it, the less colour it comes, or it starts getting lighter, so you can use that within your sky. And then we are straight over the top of it, we are going to use some white. And again, I'm going to take some off the edge of the side. I'm even going to use my paper towel, and I'm going to stamp it on top of it to mix it together, which will make it lighter. And I'm going to go right to the edge of the paper so I don't get a frame going around it. And they'll mix together to make a lighter one. Some of them might even have more white coming in. Didn't wash that one off, I put it on really thickly so that we almost get our clouds coming, so you'll get that sort of cloudy sky, and you can work it as much as you want to get them to mix together. The beauty of doing this one is you can just take it out and then throw the paper towel away, and it's a really easy clean up. So then we're going to work on the rest of it, and we're going to do the waves at the bottom. So I'm going to use the end of my card, I'm going to stick it in the paint, and I'm going to just sort of do wavy effect going over. So I'm just going up and down with my card. That's just blue, but I'm going to stick some yellow in there, mix it together. You're mixing the paint that's underneath, you're also mixing the paint that you're putting on. You'll find it'll gradually get less as it goes across, so if you want to start from the other side and bring it in, you can do that. Maybe you're even going to put a little bit of white in there. You can play around to get your ocean how you want it to be. Mix your different colours up there, and then we're going to use the black just to get our ship I'm going to start by just sort of getting a rough shape of what I want it to be, and then I'm going to drag it over. Remember, it doesn't need to be completely solid. We can mix the paints in there. Maybe I'm going to have a little bit coming down. So just sort of give us some cabins. I'm going to make it a sailing ship, but maybe you could actually make it a tanker or a different ship there. But I'm going to do some masts going up for the sails. Make a really long one, just using the side of it. And then I'm just going to scrape across very lightly to get the sails on it. It's a little bit flat at the bottom here, so maybe I'm going to go back over with my blue. And getting some of the wave effect in there. And get some more light in there just to show the sort of spray coming up. If you want to, you could maybe even put some white on your sails. But just remember, it's going to mix with the black that's there, so it's going to leave a little bit, you're going to get some greys and things in there. So remember, we're just trying to get the impression of a ship on the ocean. We don't have to do a lot of detail. If you want to, maybe you could actually even put some sort of ropes or things on the side of your ship, but we don't want to put too much. Now there's a lot of paint on this, so it's going to take a while to dry. So either leave it where it is or put it somewhere safe to the side out of the way so it can dry and it won't get disturbed anywhere. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time. Bye.